Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News for Tuesday, March 31st, 2015. Members of the Attleboro Rotary gathered at DoubleACS yesterday evening to conclude the Attleboro Rotary Auction. For 58 years, the Attleboro Rotary has held an auction to raise funds to support various nonprofit organizations in the community. This year, the auction was held entirely online with a special televised 2-hour finale. Attleboro Rotary Treasurer Gerry Hickman gave us some insight into the event.
We had a great night. As you can see from the screen behind me, we brought bids of over $20,529. We also add to that cash donations of $8,600 to bring the total over $29,000. Really a very, very heartwarming result. Last year in 2014, the Rotary distributed over $51,000 in the local area. In my local area, I mean Attleboro and Norton nonprofits. Now, we're talking about the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts. We're talking about the YMCA. We're talking about the high school seniors at both Fian and Attleboro High. We're talking about the seniors, in which we do Spring Fling. We're talking about the Literacy Center. The money, all of the money from tonight, will go back into next year's budget and will be distributed to these nonprofits. That's what all we do. The meetings we have on Wednesday, that's all covered with dues and charges for meals, etc. None of this money that is in the fundraiser goes to anything like that. It all goes back as grants to the nonprofits in Attleboro and Norton. There's a lot of work to put this together, but it's really a labor of love. And we're so grateful for the outpouring of support, because without the people bidding, we wouldn't have the auction. And without people making the donations, we wouldn't have the auction. So thank you all very much.
Last November, the voters of Massachusetts voted in favor of a referendum that would entitle employees in the state to earn and use sick time under certain conditions. Employees who work for employers having 11 or more employees could earn and use up to 40 hours of paid sick time per calendar year, while employees working for smaller employers could earn and use up to 40 hours of unpaid sick time per calendar year. The law will go into effect on July 1st, and business owners in the area are concerned about the terms of the new law. The United Regional Chamber of Commerce held a seminar this morning with a presentation by Mike Doherty of Doherty, Ciechanowski, Dugan Cannon law firm.
Employees earn 1 hour of sick time for every 30 hours they work. It provides that time is paid for an employer that has 11 or more employees. And some of the concerns are the way that 11 is counted. Temporary employees, part-time employees, and perhaps even the business owner can count to that 11. So a lot of small businesses will have to pay for that sick time, and that's something they hadn't done in the past. A lot of the businesses here who have offered paid vacation time in the past are thinking they might have to change their paid vacation time policy to now be the sick time policy. There's also this policy will change how employers are able to track time and treat employees. In the past, usually employers have asked people to give advance notice and provide a doctor's note if they're going to be out sick, and the new law limits employers' ability to do that and their ability to plan when people are going to be out sick. Another issue that we talked about today was the increments of allowed use for the sick time. The sick time law says it can be used in the smallest increment in the payroll system of the employer. And some employers have a payroll system that will recognize 1/10 of an hour. And that just doesn't make a lot of sense for a lot of people to have people start using sick time in 6-minute increments. We also talked about the burden of extra forms because when people are out sick, we're going to have to know now, are they taking their sick time under the Sick Leave Act? Are they taking vacation time? Are they asking for time under the Small Necessities Act? Are they asking for time under the Domestic Violence Act? Because the sick time law is a broad use. It's not just if the employee is sick, but it also applies if the employee has a regular doctor's appointment, if the employee's child or spouse or parent or their spouse's parent has a doctor's appointment or has to address a chronic illness, or mental illness issue. It also applies if the employee has to address the mental, physical, or legal effects of domestic violence. There's lots of questions that are really unanswered by the statute. Also, you know, what will this overlap with leaves under the Family Medical Leave Act? And the Family Medical Leave Act allows employers to request medical letters from doctors, where this law, for people who are out sick for less than 24 consecutive hours, you can't ask for a doctor's note. So there's conflicts between various laws that employers are concerned about how they will be able to lawfully implement this law, because obviously they want to comply with the law, but there's a lot of unanswered questions.
That's it for the DoubleACS Daily News for Tuesday, March 31st, 2015. From everyone here at DoubleACS, thank you for watching.